All right, babe, so we're gonna oil the Cobra filter and reinstall it and put the seat back on. This metal guy, the thing that holds in the filter, I said I'd show it to you with the filter out so you can see how it works. The bike has got recesses in it. One's here and one is over here. Sorry, one is in there, yeah. And then on the sides here and here for the opposing knobs, I guess you'd call it. Either way, how you get it in there is you set it down. Those let's call it tone, goes down inside of that recess, and then on the sides, each one of these things goes into its corresponding recess, right? So then it locks the air filter element in there. Okay. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a mess, kind of a funky way to do it. But for the filter, clear water, the filter is not like the PW. It actually uses a filter oil, which I may switch over to an aerosol just to make it easier for you. But currently this is how we do it. Put the filter, use a bag. This thing's going to protect your hand, get your hand from getting all gross. The filter oil actually separates, so you got to shake it up. And this is a mess. It stinks. I honestly don't like this process, but we're gonna oil the crap out of this thing. Probably more oil than what you actually think it needs. So we're gonna pour it all over it. Okay, so that's a good amount. Then we're gonna wrap the bag back around it, and then we're just gonna squish it in, rub it around. Now we should be able to pull it out and kind of see red everywhere, so it's even oiling. So you see how there's more here than here. We'll try to work it in there. Try to work it around so it's even. But you can still see that it needs more, so we'll lay it on there a little thicker. Usually on the sides it's lacking some. Okay. Just to get it real good, real nice and oiled up. Now what happens is there's a solvent inside of this, or a chemical that's keeping it very non-viscous, not very thick. And after it has been put on the filter, that solvent will evaporate, and then it's going to get nice and real sticky. The oil is going to be real sticky. And the reason for that is that it catches all the particles of dirt instead of letting it pass into the motor and damaging it. So there we go. I put a little on this inside ring to make it sticky too. And we'll call that good and oiled. There's a seam on this one. If you can just barely see it right there, that's the bottom. The opposing side from the seam is the top. It is a rectangle, and the long sides go vertical. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to slip this down inside. Remember I told you it kind of fits in there weird, so it kind of goes in crooked all the way down and then forward. I gotta get this ear in there, but there it is. Okay, it's in the right position. Now we have to put in the retainer, and this right here doesn't just slip over top of it. You have to put your hand down in here. Come catch this, buddy. You have to put your hand down in and push the bottom of the filter forward and then kind of slip it over top of the rest until we get it to where we have those recesses that I showed you earlier. There you go. And that filter is installed. The metal thing, you might have to just kind of push these tabs out so that it pinches into those recesses real well. But otherwise, that filter is in there and it's good. Now, to install the seat, this is kind of a, here, go over there, buddy. This is kind of difficult. It kind of takes some finesse, but if you can see, here is a kind of a stud that sticks up, and it fits into this piece, this corresponding key in the seat. And so we have to make sure that it goes through here first and then is slid forward. And then also there's this big recess here that catches onto this tang on the back of the seat. So here's how I do it. I make sure that it is in the right position, and I'm pressing down with both hands and sliding forward. Okay? Now you know it's in the right spot if this is being retained, right? Okay, if that's being retained and that the whole seat is very firm. And so then we replace that bolt that we took out. And this is a super cake. It lines up. This thing is really well engineered, but it lines up real well. You just put it down in there. It'll catch its thread. It's not very difficult at all. And that's it. Air filter's changed. All set, ready to go.